So when you start a business, you are literally everything. You are the social media manager, customer service in the forefront. You do the accounts, you do the insurance, you do the marketing. It's everything when you start a business. And sometimes what you really want to do is just get on with doing the job.
Hello and welcome to Policy Bee Presents, our new video series chatting about all things business insurance. Don't worry, we're keeping it light, useful and jargon. Every week we'll tackle questions that freelancers, small business owners and startups are actually asking. Think of it as your go-to insurance cheat sheet. Kicking things off today, we'll go back to basics. What even is an insurance broker? And more importantly, why should you use one? So to help us answer that, we've got our lovely insurance expert, Kat Roberts, who has worked for Policy Bee as an account executive for 8 years. And you might also recognise her from some of our adverts because she's no one-trick pony. She is a talented actress and dancer and even owns her own business, running bar classes. So she understands our customer's perspective in a very unique way. So hello, Kat.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for that lovely introduction. That's really kind. Yeah, lots of strings to my bow, but it definitely all transfers over into what we do. So hopefully we can give some good, helpful insights into us and what we do.
Great. Okay, well, let's dive in. So first up, if someone who's never used a broker before, how would you explain what one actually does?
Well, a broker is a middleman between you and the insurer. So with a broker, you have options whereby they will give you different advice if they're able to give advice, and they can give you different options. So they've got a variety of people that they could go to be able to source your insurance and then be able to present all of the options and recommendations. So the difference between a broker and saying going to an insurer direct is that if you go to an insurer direct, they're just the people that you deal with. With a broker, they've got the panel of insurers that they can actually put your details out to see what's coming up best and then, as I mentioned, present and give you the best option.
Why wouldn't you use like a comparison website, for example, like you would for your car insurance? They obviously have a wide range of insurers available on those.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you use one of those?
Well, of course, you absolutely can if you wanted to. I guess it depends on how comfortable you are when it comes to the topic of insurance. Some people might be exposed to it all day, every day, like us. So we have no issues looking at policy wordings or knowing that that means that and that means that. Whereas sometimes with a comparison site, you are popping in what you think you need, and then it will just present the facts, the figures, the people, but it might not show you fully all of the ins and outs or be able to explain it like a broker.
And so obviously most people who are just starting out a business, they're not necessarily going to have the time to go and research what all of the different insurances are.
Oh my God, starting a business is an absolute minefield. I mean, it's exciting, it's nerve-wracking, and you've got this product, you've got this business, an idea, something that you're really passionate about and you're really good at, that you want to get out there into the world. But there are all these things to ensure that you're safeguarded in doing what you love that have to be done. Insurance, of course, is one of those. And that might not be, as I mentioned, your bag, your topic, your expertise. So you really need to find someone that you can trust to be able to say, this is what you should be having with this nature of business, or we recommend this because you may be out in the public, so this insurance or type of insurance would be really good for you, and this is how a policy would respond if you had an accident relating to your work and what you're doing out there. So when you start a business, you are literally everything. You are the social media manager, you are customer service in the forefront, you do the accounts, you do the insurance, you do the marketing, as in thinking branding. It's everything when you start a business. And sometimes what you really want to do is just get on with doing the job. But I think that having a broker when you are starting out a business that can say to you, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Okay, are you in the public domain? Do you need your public liability insurance for being out and about? Or are you virtual and are you at home? So that's like quite a good example of, you know, actually determining what your needs are and having that conversation. And I think the best thing about us, and one of our very unique selling points as a company, is that we are advised. So we actually can say to you, as a result of, you know, this type of scenario, this would respond in a certain way. Have you thought about cyber? Have you thought about, well, we could list all the products that we do all day long, couldn't we? But it is then presenting it all and then enabling you to make an informed decision. So yeah, I think that's something really special that we can offer. And then of course, you know, touch wood, the day doesn't come, but should you get that unhappy customer or an issue that you just don't know how to deal with because you've got the day-to-day runnings of your business, we are at the end of the phone, and we are really lucky that we have a very dedicated claims team to be able to step in. Oh, good question. With a broker service, I believe that there are brokers out there that do have certain fees and costs built in to that. We can say that we absolutely don't. And that is something that PolicyBee is very proud of, that we are not in a position where we want to actually do that. So yeah, no fees or costs from ourselves. It saves money in the sense of your time, because you're getting it right first time, in my opinion. You're going to someone, you're getting all of the information, because it does take time and money to ring different people and get all of this information from different places, and spending your time where you could be doing something else for your business, trying to make that decision. We not only have the wonderful group of people that we work with, and just on that, we don't have call centres, so you will get through to someone. The amount of times that I speak to people daily and I'll say, well, there's only 4 of us in the team, in our particular department, for example, they're like, oh, okay. And I think that just gives them the comfort that they're not just a number. Our customers are actually, they're our bread and butter, they're everything.
Build relationships
exactly.
with them.
So it's knowing that they will get through to a human being every time, without that call centre experience, I would say. Another is that we are digital, so where we can't always be on that end of the phone, our website is second to none. We have, as for our existing customers, the portals where they can go on and do bits themselves, or know that they can connect with us that way. Just having that at the edge of your fingertips is, you know, being able to access your policy, or even get your quote and purchase it outside of those working hours. It's no different to doing it with us over the phone, and we ensure that. We want to make sure that you get the same experience, whether it be with a person or online. So some really, really good features.
Brilliant, thank you so much. We've covered so much stuff there. Thank you to everyone who watched. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, please share, comment, show it to all your business buddies, fellow freelancers, and come and follow our socials as well. In the next episode, we will be looking at virtual assistants and how PolicyBee can support them. Thanks again to Kat.
Thanks for having me.
Right, look forward to seeing you next time.